Hi, and welcome to Madness and More. Today, we're going to be learning about moon phases. So, let's begin. In our entire solar system, the only object that shines with its own light is the sun. That light always beams onto Earth and the moon from the direction of the sun, illuminating half of our planet in its orbit and reflecting off the surface of the moon to create moonlight. Like Earth, the moon has a day side and a night side, which change as the moon rotates. The sun always illuminates half of the moon, while the other half remains dark. But how much we are able to see of that illuminated half changes as the moon travels through its orbit. Let's take a look at the individual phases. It's a new moon. It is the invisible phase of the moon, with the illuminated side of the moon facing the sun and the night side facing Earth. In this phase, the moon is in the same part of the sky as the sun and rises and sets with the sun. Not only is the illuminated side facing away from the sun, it's also up during the day. Remember, in this phase, the moon doesn't usually pass directly between Earth and the sun due to the inclination of the moon's orbit. It only passes near the sun from our perspective on Earth. The silver sliver of a moon occurs when the illuminated half of the moon faces mostly away from Earth, with only a tiny portion visible to us from our planet. It grows daily as the moon's orbit carries the moon's day side further into view. Every day the moon rises a little bit later. It's the first quarter phase of the moon. The moon is now a quarter of the way through its monthly journey and you can see half of its illuminated side. People may casually call this a half moon, but remember that's not really what you're witnessing in the sky. You're seeing just a slice of the entire moon, half of the illuminated half. A quarter moon rises around noon and sets around midnight. It's high in the sky in the evening and makes for an excellent viewing. This moon phase is called the waxing gibbous. Now most of the moon's day side has come into view and the moon appears brighter in the sky. Is the full moon. This is as close as we come to seeing the sun's illumination of the entire day side of the moon. So technically, this would be the real half moon. The moon is opposite the sun, as viewing from Earth, revealing the moon's day side. A full moon rises around sunset and sets around sunrise. The moon will appear full for a couple of days before it moves into its journey back toward the sun. The opposite side of the moon now reflects the moon's light. The lighted side appears to shrink, but the moon's orbit is simply carrying it out of view from our perspective. The moon rises later and later each night. Is the last quarter. The moon looks like it's half illuminated from the perspective of Earth, but really you're seeing half of the moon. That's illuminated by the sun, or a quarter. This is a waning crescent. The moon is nearly back to the point in its orbit where its day side directly faces the sun, and all that we see from our perspective is a thin curve. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.